Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Today is a beautiful day. It is in the 70s today. This is a pop up, guys. I didn't realize that I would be walking today. I had an appointment this morning to see the optometrist. So I I could see, I had some little dark lens that went over my glasses. And I could see, hi Joshua, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Hey Cherry, hey, welcome in, honey. Glad to see you both. I had not planned to walk, but it's such a beautiful day. It's in the 70s, but it's fallish day. As you can see, the trees are changing. So pretty. So I said, let me get out here and walk. I'm doing well, Cherry. I went to my optometrist today and had a checkup. So they did the eye exam, and when the doctor came in, he did some more exams, letting me look at numbers through his machine and everything. And I was telling him, I said, the glasses that I have sometimes look blurry if I'm driving, and I can take my glasses off and see better with my naked eyes. And he said, I know. He said, your eyesight is 20/20 better than it was when you came last time. So I give all praises to the Most High God. Cherry and Joshua, I thank him. And but the only thing he said, he wanted me to come back in about 4 months because of cataracts. And they have been watching these cataracts for a while. And he's still watching. He said, now I could give you some more glasses, but I don't want you to pay $200 for some glasses and then I have to change them once you have the surgery. But I am going to the health food store and get me some more beta carotene. I haven't taken beta carotene in a long time, but I'm going to the health food store to see what I can get to possibly help my eyes, because I've been praying for a long time that these cataracts would not develop. And it's been for some years now, and they have not been growing, but he says they are a little more developed this time. But check this out, y'all, 20/20 vision. And he just looked, he said, your vision is better this time than it was last time. You got 20/20 vision. To God be all the glory. I give him all the praise. It is nothing that my God cannot do, and I stand on that. So when we get a little weary and a little discouraged and just a little going through a struggle, be encouraged, because it doesn't have to be what it's looking like or what they're telling you it's like. It's not always that way, and it doesn't always turn out that way. So when I get a report, any sort of bad report, and to me, I know cataracts are very common. Hi, how are you? I know cataracts are very common, but we don't have to call it our own. They don't belong to me. Anything that is growing on my body or in my body, it does not belong to me. And I'm going to keep on trusting the Most High God. These cataracts don't belong to me, and I'm going to do all I can to allow my vision to be better and better because we're always faced with something in this life and we will continue as long as we live. So be encouraged. Don't allow these things to consume you. Just go about your daily lives with joy, peace, happiness, and just know that every little thing is going to be all right. Hey, Frugal Mama, welcome in, welcome in. So that was some good news. So he said, so I was ready to get some more glasses. And I don't wear glasses all the time. I just wear them like I'm walking now, and I wear them so I can see the chat. They're more like reading glasses, but they're bifocals, like when I'm driving, especially at night, I need the glasses. But other than that, I just don't have to wear glasses all the time. So I'm thankful for that. Yes, Cherry, I give all the praise to the Most High God because I know it's nothing that I could have done, nothing that the doctor could have done to slow down the development of cataracts, cataracts. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And the doctor said a long time ago, they're like gray hairs. As you age, they will come. And some come with some people earlier than they do others. So, because I know my mom was way up in years when she had cataract surgery. So, I'm not worried. Wear glasses. Oh, Josh wears glasses. Hey, J3GS Farm, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. And I said, let me get out here and get some steps in. It's beautiful out here. Beautiful day, a little breezy. It started out this morning like grayish, gloomy day. It rained a little bit, but now it's just as dry out here. And it moved up to the 70s degrees. It's about the mid 70s right now, 75, 76. So, excuse me, I said, let me get out here and get some steps in. I feel good. I feel great. When I left the doctor's office, I stopped at Publix and made some groceries. So, yeah, I'm good. I bought some veggies, different kinds of veggies, so I can do a veggie stir fry. And got everything I needed for that. So that's what I will do. You know, that won't take any longer than about 25 or 30 minutes, if that. Hey, Tamika, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody that I may not have seen. If this is your first or second time, you are welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a regular, you already know you're welcome and you are appreciated. Y'all see how pretty it is out here? Bright, pretty and bright. Hey, pretermit. I didn't see you coming in, but I see Frugal Mama speaking to you. Welcome in, everybody. Frank G, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you all for coming. Just trying to get some of this vitamin D and to get some steps in. I feel good. For those of you who may not have heard me, I went to the eye doctor this morning. So I didn't walk this morning. But every chance I get, when I feel like it, and when the weather permits, but sometimes I have come out and didn't feel like it, but I pushed and pushed and came out and felt better after I walked. Bought a few things that I'm going to cook. Um, as I said before, every day is a day of Thanksgiving for me, not just one day out of a year, but every day is a day of Thanksgiving. But it's always good when you can sit down with family and friends and enjoy and share on any day. So, y'all know I'm old school, not really just say celebrating one day of Thanksgiving. I do like to have food cooked, but every day is a day of Thanksgiving for me because God has been so good to me. Every day He's blessing me. There's a song that says, every day is a day of Thanksgiving. And I love it, and it is a day of Thanksgiving for me. I give thanks every day to the Most High God. My Savior, Lord, Jesus Christ, my belief. Whew. My daughter had called me, and I told her I am going to walk. And she said, okay, Mama, just call me when you finish. They always tell me to be careful. I be as careful as I possibly can. You know, I'm always looking around. We got to be vigilant. And I be looking as I'm walking. And I don't walk alone. I be prepared. We have to be prepared. Like my husband always said, I stay ready to keep from getting ready. So, gotta stay ready. Till 12 grade. I don't know what Joshua said. Couldn't see the chat, but he and Cherry are conversating. Thank you all for speaking to each other. I don't know what it's like in your corner of the world, but it's a beautiful day in mine. I like to come out and get my steps in and look at nature, beautiful sunshine, beautiful sky, listen to nature as I walk. As I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Amen, Cherry. Yes, amen. Frugal Mama, we have to just get on out here. We cannot fear. We have to be wise. Always be wise, be watchful, be prayerful, and stay woke. Pay attention because there are things going on around us and will continue to go on around us. But we just have to have wisdom in all things. Okay, Cherry, take your time, handle your business. Thank you for being here and spending time with us. I didn't think anybody would come in because this was a pop-up. Just felt like getting out here. Such a pretty day. And I try to get steps in as much as I can. Never know what the weather is going to do this time of the year. Like I said, I may be walking alone because it's not scheduled, but I just roll with it because I'm actually walking for my health, for my fitness, my well-being, trying to keep my joints moving, trying to be stress-free, trying to keep my heart, my cardio, and my pulmonary system going. It's a breath of fresh air. Hey, don't hurt the harvest. Thanks for coming. I had to rush and take Tyler to work because his mom's second car is in the shop, the one that he drives. So I had to rush and take him to work. And Tyler tickled me. Y'all know how these young folks are. Tyler was fussing because he's in this co-op program. And he goes to school for so many hours. And then he leaves earlier, like all of the co-op students, and he goes to his job. So his mom, we don't stay far from the school. His mom was picking him up. And she did pick him up. She works from home. And she was going to have a meeting, a virtual meeting, 30 minutes after she picked him up. So the teacher kept going on and on and on. He said, and I showed her the message from my mom that she was out there, she was having a meeting, and I needed to go. Now, she's the co-op teacher, And then he wanted to get home, freshen up, and go on to his job. And so he's working in sales and he has done very well. And the co op teacher has already been to the job, checked on him, got a great report on him, how well he's selling and, how well he works. And she stood back and observed him in all of this. Now, you're teaching these children to be punctual. And some of them have to go to work at a certain time soon after they get out of school. And he said, I was telling her, I'm going to have to leave because my mom has a meeting in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And they had to drive home, which is not 15 minutes away. And she was saying, well, wait, just tell her the whole. So he said, well, I'm leaving. Because he told me, he said, I wasn't so worried about my going to work later. I would have explained that to them and they're pretty understanding. He said, but my mom's money pays the bills. He said, and I couldn't just keep sitting there, you know, I had to leave. He said, so I told her I just got to go. And he walked out. So then he met the uh, the officer, and the officer was saying they were disappointed because he did that, and he said I explained, but my mom has to go to a meeting. So I told him if his mom has a meeting at that time, but y'all know it's always something going on, and it's always the enemy getting involved in something. And I told him, I said, if your mom has to go to a meeting at this hour again, just y'all let me know ahead of time and I will pick you up. And you can just be late going to work if you need to, but your mom will have to go on. And so, hey, Georgia girl, welcome in. Renee's Secret Garden, welcome in. Destiny Forever Walks, welcome in. So happy to see you, beautiful queens and king, Frank G. So I say, well, always be respectful, but I understand you didn't want your mom to be late for her meeting. And she was antsy, about that. But sometimes we as adults have to be understanding of young people as well. And so he said, I didn't disrespect her. I just showed her the message that my mom had sent me telling me she was out there and she has a meeting, in just a few minutes. She said, well, just tell her to hold on for a little while. I'll be finished. So he said, I'm just sorry. He said, but I just had to get up and walk out. He said, because I know what I needed to do. So to eliminate issues, and I told him, when you go back to school tomorrow, you apologize to her, tell you sorry that you had to leave, but you just had to leave. I mean, you got a legitimate excuse, and then you had to be at work, in a few minutes, which that wasn't a big deal about him being at work. And if he was driving, if the car was not in the shop, they're still testing, running tests and all of that to see what the problem is, and they have not gotten to the issue of what's going on with the car. So he said if he had been driving, it wouldn't have been a problem, he would just been late going to work. But even young people, I said all of that to say, young people face stressors and pressures just like we do as adults. Yeah, he had to handle his business, Frank, and he was more concerned about his mom being on time for her meeting. She works from home, and she knew she had this meeting. And I said, I'm going to let her know. Don't try and cut it that closely again. Just let me know if I'm at home because we all live in the same neighborhood, and the school is probably, I'll say, maybe a couple of miles around the corner and down the street. So if you let me know ahead of time that she's having this meeting, I'll try and be in place. And he didn't know that he could call me because he knew I was going to the eye doctor. And he didn't know if my eyes would be straightened out. And I had to put on the little dark uh, covering, the little sun thing uh, over my glasses because the glare in the sun really was so bright. But I went on and took him to work, drove him to work, and I made it there and back. So, but it's just always something in life. It's just the little things, and we just can't sweat the small things, the little stuff. It is what it is. He'll probably get a strike for leaving, but it was just something that couldn't be helped. So we as adults have to realize some things as well. We all, you know, don't think clearly sometimes about certain things, but we all um, don't always do things the proper way. So that's that. So I told him he was upset, as I drove him to work. But I told him, don't worry about it. It's just something else in life. And I said, but always be respectful. He said, I was respectful to her. I just told her I just had to leave. And he was telling me, he say, like, my mama pays the bills, so she had to be. I said, but you didn't tell her that, did you? He said, no, I didn't tell her. He said, but I'm thinking like, this is important. And his mama was getting upset because he wasn't coming out, and it was like 15 minutes over the usual time that he comes out, that she lets him out. But it's all life. Things happen, and things will always happen in life. We can't stop it. We can't get around it. We just deal with it as best as we can. Yeah, I feel the same. But, you know, it would be great if things would work out the way they should, but they just don't in this life, Frank. I mean, it is what it is. Hi, Tim. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Thank you for the directives. But I didn't know I was coming to the pond, but just want you to get a look. It's so peaceful out here. It's so calming. Hey, official Jamie here. How are you doing? Thanks for coming. Just getting a few steps in this afternoon. I went to the eye doctor earlier this morning, so I'm out here now just soaking up some vitamin D. Yes, but thank you to all of you who may be watching from the watchtower and can't come down. I appreciate you, and thank you for those who will go back and watch the replay. I appreciate it. Every every bit of support. I appreciate you all so much. That sun is shining. Y'all see it up there? And the waterfall is looking good. This is just my type of weather. I just love this kind of weather. Nice view. Yes, it is. An honorable and respectful son. Thank you, Dr. Destiny. We try. And his dad is deceased. Uh, he passed away. So his mom is really doing great with him. And we all, try to help with him and everything. So, yeah, Tyler was doing the door dashing thing, but he just said he couldn't continue doing that because, people, um, you go in, you go to the stores, you shop for people, and I mean, $150 worth of grocery. You're running through the store. I almost need some skates to skate through there, and then they don't even say thank you if they come to the door. Some of them, not all of them, some of them will reach for their items, won't say thank you. Some of them won't give you not $1. And we're talking about people, not people that you feel may not have it. We're talking about people in ritzy areas and neighborhoods, and you just feel like they could tip at least a few dollars, but not $1. So Tyler said, "No, I can't do that. I can't keep doing it." So he went on. He's ambitious about working. He went on. He started to working at a coffee shop. He stayed there for a little bit, and he moved on to two other jobs. And when school opened, he had two jobs. He quit one. It was like a fun place for children. So he quit that one, and he's holding down the one in sales, and he loves it. So, yeah. It's cold there, Frank, and it's chilly where you are, Tim. It's in the 70s where I am. It's a beautiful day, but it started out raining. It was a little drizzly. And I said, oh my goodness, I have to go to the doctor this morning. And of all days, all mornings, it's raining. But I went on, I got there earlier than my appointment. And I was called back before my appointment time. But I had to wait a while in the examination room because when the doctor came in, he said that he was busy as a bee. And I said, yeah, I guess so, because the end of the year, people are trying to get those end of the year appointments in. He said, yes, especially people on Medicare and Medicaid, they're trying to get those appointments taken care of. Yeah, because once the new year starts, you have to start all over. So, yeah. You're multitasking. Jamia, thank you so much for listening in. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I've had a great day today, and I just said it's too pretty for me not to walk today, and I'm just gonna go on and do it. Now I'm heading back to the house, waiting for some cars to pass by. We have cold mornings. It'd be cold in the morning, and it be it warms up a little later on in the day. At night, the temp drops. It's been dropping to like in the 50s. So, yes, it's about time for the school buses to be rolling in. The cheese wagons, as we used to call them back in the day. never did have to ride a school bus to school. I always stayed in the neighborhood of my schools and I walked. I used to be happy when we had bus trips and I got a chance to ride the school bus because I was not a bus rider. It's real cool under these shade trees. Thank you. Yes, I'm headed to the house right now. I be trying to watch my surroundings all the time. Is anyone having to cook this evening? Or are you having leftovers? Or what? There's the bus coming in. Y'all can see. Well, I'm happy for this little walk and I'm taking it on to the house. Everybody have a great day, a great night. Be safe, be wise, take care of yourselves. And I have made it back home now. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. I'm going in the house and just relax for a minute. And I will see you guys on the next one. And thank you all for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for speaking to each other. And thank you for your support. Peace, love, joy, happiness to each of you. And I will talk to you guys on the next video.